What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Bedwars. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my experience at summer camp. So on Sunday, we got there, and when you get there, you gotta pick out your cabins to figure out where you're gonna be staying in for the entire week. Now, the kids got cabins and the adults got tents. Pretty simple. But in a couple of the cabins, there were mice, and one of those cabins just so happened to be our cabin. So we moved out there pretty quickly, and then we had the opening campfire that night. Staff there did some skits, pretty simple stuff. And Monday was my first merit badge. On Monday, I had chemistry, which was a pretty cool merit badge. I don't remember quite a lot of it because it was the first day, but trust me, it was good. Then, well, that sucks. Anyways, so then on Monday, after chemistry, that was just in the morning, and in the afternoon, I just napped in my hammock because why not? That was some nice rest that I needed because sleeping at summer camp is a little bit difficult to do sometimes. Got through it eventually. Then on Tuesday, I had the electricity and electronics merit badge, also another fun one. And then after that, in the afternoon, I went exploring in the creek. Now the creek, we had the farthest back campsite from the main center of camp, which did make it a very long walk to get back to camp. Get it. Got it. Good one. Another one. Two. Number two. Got two. Three. Yes! I'm cracked. Anyway, so we went down to the creek. We just did exploring. I sat under a waterfall, which was really fun. I didn't put on my swimsuit, unfortunately, but it was still a cool experience to do. And then after that, we had our first session of animal science at evening. This is going to be important later in the story. So, based on the first set day, we learned about sheep and sheared a sheep, and then we also learned about chickens and got to hold a chicken, which was pretty cool. Editor's note, cut out the part where I'm in between matches, like that selection screen and this loading part right here, and then jump back in when I start the next round. Next, on Wednesday, I had art in the morning, and then I tried fishing with no luck. There was an OA campfire, but from what I heard, it wasn't very good, and because it wasn't required, almost no one showed up. I didn't even go because most of the people in our troop were going back to camp anyway. Then on Thursday was the coolest day. We had railroading merit badge. I was, until recently, when I started focusing on video games, for most of my early childhood, I was a huge fan of trains.
My doctor has forbidden me to pull.
And so finally getting to the railroad merit badge was really cool. Get wrecked. Thank you for the diamonds. And then so the railroad merit badge in the morning. Then we went exploring in the creek in the afternoon. And this time we went farther up. I actually put on swim trunks so I'd be more prepared, which was a good thing because as we went farther down the creek, we ran into a couple of scouts who said they had seen a really cool swimming hole. So we went to go check it out. And then we found two swimming holes. One of them had a big tree going across. And so what do you do when you have a big tree going across? You play King of the Hill, of course. So we played King on the Hill on this big tree. And then after that, there was this swimming hole that had a big rock on the side of it, and it was deep enough that you could actually jump in. So we jumped off the rock, and near the end, just before we had to go, one of my friends decided he was going to flip, and he messed up the first time. He did like a baby flip, where like you do it sideways. But then he landed the flip correctly the second time. After that, we had our second session of animal science. This time we worked with cattle, but we also had a trivia competition. So for the trivia competition, it kind of works in the similar manner to spelling bee, where if you get it wrong, you're out. You don't get any second chances or anything like that. And it actually goes by super fast because you only have 2 days to study for information that you've probably never heard before, unless you're like an actual farmer. or the son of a farmer. That was one of the most exciting days because summer camp's almost over. You still get to do something big and fun, such as win a trophy. Then on Friday, oh come on, Friday was the last full day of summer camp. Well, hello. Dang it. So I had nuclear science on morning of that Friday, and then in the afternoon, we went back down to the creek. But I had nuclear science. I actually got to see a 1 million calorie piece of uranium. So they measured uranium chunks in calories, which is a unit of energy.
Yes, science!
That's why calorie relates to how much food has in it, because the energy that the food gives you, for those of you who didn't know. Then we also got to see a piece of cesium that was supposed to do a cool experiment, but didn't really work out very well. In the afternoon, we went down to the creek, but this time, instead of just me and 2 other friends, we went down as a whole entire troop. Played King of the Hill even more on the tree with a bunch of other friends. I lost every single time. Nice, got the gun. And then finally that evening we had closing campfire. Closing campfire was really cool because after I won the trophy, I had to turn it back into the office. And then I got awarded that evening at the campfire. And so that was pretty cool to have. Because then not just animal science people know, but everyone knows that you won a trophy. And of course you want everyone to know that you won a trophy. Dang it. Jump, 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 jump. Oh, get wrecked, noob. Finally, on Saturday, we went home. Not much else that happened on Saturday. You just basically wake up. Most of your stuff is already packed up, and you just pack up whatever isn't already packed up. And then you get Bojangles on the way out, which is really good. Oh, come on. Stupid invisible people. I'll take your emeralds. And your little dog, too. So yeah, that was pretty much it for summer camp. I had a lot of fun there. I unfortunately can't go back again before I turn 18, but I'm hoping that maybe I can go back as an adult, because there's still a lot of opportunities for adults to. That was another episode of Bed Wars, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Boys, I don't play with little toys. And I'm feeling right, playing games till midnight. I'm gonna win. Everybody spin.